Hello there, and welcome back to episode 5 of my gameplay session of Brutal Difficulty with the Dark Culture and the open beta of the Watcher patch. So, last time we finally made a clean sweep of this area here, and today we're going to continue that and to conquer up into this direction, whatever is still in our way. I mean, most of the mob camps here have already been cleared out. Probably I'm going to try my luck with this little baddie here, but I'm honestly not too keen on that because draft and gold income are pretty neat and all, but I prefer other wonders. Anywho, we have finally learned the amplification pylon, which, if I remember correctly, powers up summons, but we're going to see about that. And there's finally frenzying focus, so we have now the grand total of things that I wanted to have. And here again, those free city dudes want to fight this fight with me, and not my home army. It's so annoying, but whatever. Let's see what happens with the auto combat. I lose one of my Dark Warriors, but I have mentioned it at the end of the last episode already. The Dark Warrior is basically my replaceable stack here in this session, so I really don't mind losing one of them dudes. Okay, beautiful. Let's see, I got some money left, and it's really about time that we're starting to be a little bit more earnest in what we're doing. So the Dark Warrior that just died, I want to replace him with a Dark Knight, so I don't think that I need to produce anything right there directly. So let's stick with the quarries. And is there... oh yeah, Astral Blood is finally ready for casting. Beautiful. So we're finally reaching the point where combat casting is giving us an edge in terms of critical hit chance. I really love that one. It's one of my favorite racial enchantments, or no, transformations I should rather say. Alright, so I really hope that the whole infestation issue is now a thing of the past. I really do hope so. Wow, that's some damn long independent turns now. Wow. So, I really don't want your Eagle Bow. I mean, I think it would be wise to pick it up, because I have heroes that can actually use it, but, you know, the cost for it doesn't really feel like something that I want to do right now. So, one of those rulers has withdrawn. So we're heading now to this direction, where I still have an unclaimed magical material, which really doesn't need to be like that. And oh, we have a banner there too, so I should be careful who's claiming that tile. I mess up myself quite regularly with these banners, because the long story short, the army claiming it, everybody gets a level up. So it's a pretty powerful one. Frenzy and focus! Boom. So we now head on over into Revelry. Blood Fury weapons, Scalds, and Reveler's Heart are the things we're after. And we're going to see where the path will lead us. So, but since I have no casting capacities available right now, so I thought, no, we're going to go for the Blood Fury weapons. Because 3 turns for Blood Fury weapons and 3 turns for Astral Soul. Boom. That's, or Astral Blood, I'm sorry. So, I got a nice amount of gold available. Yeah, let's do this. The faster I get these town halls up and running, the better. I mean, Lock Soul now is without production, but... ah well, such is life, I'd say. Good, so let's head on forward. This session today, we have way more turns than the last one. Well, stuff happens, you know. But I really gotta say, opponent turns are on Brutal a lot longer than on lower difficulties. I assume it is because of the many things that are out there that the AI needs to kill and all. But, well, it's noticeable, that's all to say. Good, so let's see. I want to turn in that experience on this army. So, let's see. Everybody will gain a level up. Is there any level 1 evolver that I want to put in there? Let's put the Dread Spider Hatchling in there. And, you know, let's get the most out of that. Here we go. So I think that's as min-maxy as we're going to get. So, let's see. Auto combat? How bad will it be? Horrible, just like I expected. So this is certainly none of the strengths of this build. So there's always somebody just keeling over whenever I try to auto-resolve things. That's really, really sad. Okay, so we got here a young dragon on the field, so that's nothing I should be too worried about, in all honesty. I really love the spider matriarchs. They fit so darn well into my scheme here. I love it. I really, really love it. So... last time I had quite some trouble with AI enemies posing out smart, waiting out my summons expiration time, so we're going to see. I mean, I am playing on the Watcher patch, which is also supposedly giving us a better AI, so probably we're seeing the effects of that. Alright, so this is exactly what we will take advantage of. So let's see, I'm going to start with a web speedy here, web speedy there. So, trying to get as much out of that as possible. So, we step one forward, nah. Since there's nobody in the way to be friendly fired at, let's just fire away. Jeez, we got so much nuke here. Love it. Alright, so let's send in the clowns. Did you guys act already? Yeah, you did. Okay. So, oh no, we got the battle mage dude. So no clown to send in. Ah well. But in all honesty, seeing how much nuke I can pull off here, how on earth did the AI manage to lose anybody? I mean, seriously, how? What were they doing? Jeez, that's pretty brutal, isn't it? So, I'm outsourcing all the damage on summoned units wherever I can, you know? So, going to get that bad boy in here. There goes. So the Dark Warriors are really just bystanders since quite some time. Some of you might have already noticed. The Dark Warriors in this build are, as a matter of fact, really only something you use during the very first few turns of the game, and then you just don't have any usage for them anymore. Because you got, due to the vast amount of animal units that you have at your disposal, it is just ridiculously easy. No, I don't want to auto-resolve. I don't trust you guys killing off everybody. We gain money from killed enemies, so, you know, I'm a stingy person. Boom. There we go. Probably the AI would have managed as well, but, you know, if you want to have a job well done, you better do it yourself. Okay, so this fella now has his second key signature skill, keystone skill, I want to say. So we have a summon spell. Virulent Outbreak is pretty amazing. Frostfire Detonation is a pretty nice direct hit. Assassinate, Draining Blade, Holy Retribution. Well, I think I'm going to go for Frostfire Detonation. We just saw how much fun I had with all those nukes. Let's just go for more like that. And Spur to Action. Exquisite shenanigans. With spur to action, you can do such nasty moves. Alright, let's crank up the knowledge income, because at the end of the day, together with mana, that's what really matters. So, I got a lot of Imperium there. So, let's bring up Arcane Artisans. Boom. Suddenly, my mana income was well. Alright, so let's see. Can we get that dude down? This turn, that is. Looks good. So, what does the auto combat do? Well, I really do try to like the auto combat, but it doesn't make it easy. It just doesn't. Alright, so, well, I gotta say, out of all the AI enemies, the Horn God is probably one of the dudes that I hate most. Because he's just such a coward, and it takes forever to whittle him down, and his endless stream of reinforcements. It's really an annoying customer. He's not really that super dangerous or anything, I just find him an outstandingly annoying to beat. Yeah. Alright, so we're closing on in to just take down the summons of that dude. So we're sending summons against summons. I think that's a very splendid tactic. And let's see. So let's be smarter than the AI and hold the Inferno puppies back. Oh, look! Almost a direct destruction of these fellas. Oh, my dread spider! It turned into a matriarch. Ah, more summons incoming. This is so bonkers, you know? I love this. So, you dudes, you don't have full movement points right from the get-go. So, here we go. That's one thing I love about Wild Speakers. They keep their relevance through all stages of the game. If everything goes super bad, they are still an okay-ish ranged attack, and they can always summon stuff that just stands in the way and can get blown up without anybody muttering about it. And the best part is that you can power up all the animals that you're playing in this kind of build, even if you don't have any summons left over anymore. Okay, so we took a direct hit in. Oh look, the living vines got patched. They're actually usable again. I can't believe it. They pulled it off. So, jokes aside, this skill was just outright useless one patch ago. And I'm glad it's finally fixed. Okay, let's take down the disposables of the enemy side. Now let's see. We're going to start hammering in as much damage as we can. I want to have somebody in the face of this Horned God dude all the time. So you're a combat summon, so you're totally going to take this fight. So, let's see. I do know that one of you guys has the ability to summon a elemental dude. There we go. Or we just use this amazing skill to blow up people. Let's do this. Okay. Can I immobilize? Oh, too bad. Well. Sunder the defenses, and, oh well, whatever. I don't mind. It's a very inefficient move, I'm well aware of that, but it works at the end of the day. So, we're going to slap the archers. It's actually the people that hated to be cornered. And the Dark Warrior just not being able to hit his mark yet again. Sorry, little bloke. Go. Let's just pile on these. Ow. I'll rather do this and put some usage on this dude instead of holding back and not getting any mileage out of his skills. Alright, so we get in there. We are very, very spider heavy here, but I think it's a pretty fitting thing, isn't it? Okay, so let's see how this plays out. Horn God falls back and just does his thing with however he does it always. We lose one of our combat summons, just like I had it planned. And we have a Druid of the Cycle here. I really need to take down this guy ASAP. These guys are really annoying blokes because they are able to one-shot units. And I just despise everything that can one-shot. I mean, I can resurrect, so it's not super horrible, but I still prefer things not to be like tragedies. Okay, now then. Oh look, my Dark Warrior is actually capable of smacking somebody. Unbelievable. Let's make sure that we at least have a chance of slapping some weakening stacks on them. You know. Everybody should have a fair chance, but it doesn't look well. It's a tier 5 unit, you know? I want to cut them some slack. It is a tier 5 unit. Okay, so let's put some Healy Juice on the Storm Elemental. Rather be safe than sorry. And, well, okay. I guess that's just as good as it gets, right? Okay, I mean, this army is obviously... Ooh, I have still Spur to action. This army is obviously best off when they're fighting against larger numbers. Oh, that was probably a crappy application. Simply because they... I got a lot of melee units, and my general impression was the larger the combat rose, the more usage I got out of all my melees. Whereas in smaller combats, it's just the ranged units dominating the battlefield quite hard, because they can reach wherever they want to reach. And that's just one huge benefit that's lacking, or that the other units are lacking. It's proper wording. Like yeah, well, it is way too warm here, you know. It's close to 30 degrees Celsius outside there, and I'm getting slowly tenderized. Jokes aside, we did quite well here. I totally diluted my army stacks here, but I think that's okay. We're not gonna suffer too terribly because of that. So, we have hero level ups. So, Revel's Triumph. Oh yeah, critical hit damage extra. That's a wonderful trait. I want more of it. So, what do we have here? Summon animals? Summon undead? Oh, well. I would love to have some mass rejuvenation, but somehow the game doesn't want to hand out to me that wonderful spell. Anyways, we're picking up Summon Animal, of course, because that's synergizing with all the other stuff that I do. So, we're going to pick up some support skills now. And the Voss brothers all want to be good friends with me. All three of them. For now. I don't think it'll last, but we can just unite with them. I highly doubt it. So, we got now the home territory completely under control. Finally. Finally. I I just need to take over Grime Rise sometime later down the road. It will take a little bit longer simply because I had sort of an incident, you know. Auto Explorer stopped. Why, you silly spider? It's not because there's nothing left to explore. Oh no, we're about to trespass. That's why, I see. It's a spider with manners. Guess this guy will have the same problem next turn. Alright, but I should now be able to finally churn out Black Knights. Or Dark Knights. Dark Knights. So this is where I want it to be all the time. Finally. Okay, so which army was lacking its hero? Here we go. So we're going to advance here just casually. Just oh so casually, and let's capture this silver pond next turn. And yeah, just like I thought. The spider with manners had the same problem. And we are going to slap down more research points. Answer call to war. You want me to declare war against another one of your brothers? Oh, dude, I just don't care. It's just... Draw straws, draw numbers, will serving death. One ruler at a time. Thank you. So I need to get my economy into gears, huh? Okay, Astral Blood is finally down. There's... I probably should have delayed that and went for the unit enchantments first. I keep underestimating how hard the world map casting point nerfs hit. Because you are generating way less of these. You know, you did generate way more of them in the previous versions. Now we gain way less casting points out of all manner of different sources. I mean, I don't want to mutter about these changes too much. I think they are actually better for the game than the other way around. Because this way, it's much harder to have all these sick enchantments up and running. So there is more window of opportunity for you. And did this guy just declare war on me? Dude. I just want to explore. What's wrong with you? So, I expect a war declaration next turn. I mean, I did respond to his war, to his call for war. This was the bloke, but whatever. I really, I got to admit, I don't take diplomacy in this game serious as of yet, because it has the same sickness as many of these games do. You can have diplomacy for a while, but after a while, everybody will hate you anyway. So I'll start with, I hate you guys right from the get-go, and everything's fine. So what do we have here? I will... Okay, let's see if we get lucky. I either get a nice bonus on my city stability, or I pay for nothing and lose heavy amounts of city stability. But since we are a dark culture, city stability. Alright. Oh, yuckity yuck yuck. So let's see what the auto combat does. I hate these units. Alright. Did I already mention that I hate those units? So, we lost the Houndmaster. Want to keep it like that? Yeah, no. As much as I dislike the Houndmaster, I really don't think he's that much of a huge asset for the army. He provides a throwaway unit, and I'd rather see somebody else dying here. mainly because it's a cavalry unit. You know, cavalry units are just useful for my army, and they stay useful no matter what happens. So, I want to keep that one. I want to replace this fella a little bit later down the road. He is one of the replaceables after all. I'm not gonna say anything else here, but, well, it's not his time yet. Alright, so the worst part about this enemy army are these flow serpents. I hate these guys. From the bottom of my dark heart, they are just the worst of all. You know, they just teleport in, and then they go invulnerable, and they aren't dangerous, they're just super annoying, because they can't just one-shot units that you accidentally forgot to take care of. I despise these. Okay, so, web speedy time. I mean, I'm well aware of the fact that web spitting is not as powerful as other attacks would be, but... So, we're gonna send in the armies now. So, all the combat summons. Get to act now. It's a pretty cheesy strategy, I'm not gonna lie, but, you know, if you want to win in the most unwelcoming circumstances, I think you won't do it without some cheese. There we go. So what I do realize, what this update did, the whole range penalties that... Oh, that's a horrible turn position. The whole range penalties that archers now have leads to archers being way less capable of getting the full volley in as quickly. So what I'm trying to say is the previous versions of archers, before the accuracy was nerfed, were able to get 2 shots in very safely without breaking a sweat and without thinking too much. And now you only get 1 shot in safely without thinking too much. That's the biggest change that I'm noticing. There we go. Yeah, of course my summons died like ice in the sunshine, but that's okay. Oh, no. Well, they killed off one of mine. So, that's one of the main reasons why this restoration spell's so freaking good. Because these beasties, they are just so flat out annoying. And now it's refuged. Now it can't be attacked anymore. I hate this effect. So, I guess that's how my Houndmaster died. And now it's refuged again. I hate this effect. From all I can say, this is one of the most annoying effects in the game. Because they are just so damn bursty, and I'm always lacking a proper response to their entry, if you get what I mean. Okay. So, if the Houndmaster should die now in this iteration of the fight, I think I'm going to rest my case and just accept it. Ooh, nice crit hit. So as you can see here now, we cannot attack that thing. Because it's veiled. I hate these effects. Flat out invulnerability is one of the most unfun effects that a game can possibly have. And as you can see here, you can still aim on them. Or at them, however you want to call it. Oh. The classic let's summon a unit into your face strategy. Oh, I can't wait for all my extra unit enchantments to kick in. My battle mages will be so much more effective soon. Right now, battle mages are terribly ineffective simply because they don't have their full roster of enchantments. Oh, I hate this so much. Oh, there we go. I keep forgetting about how to attack these guys. Everything with refuge is immediately triggering my nerd rage. I don't know what it is, but it really makes me aggressive whenever I see these thingies pull off their refuge slippery stuff there. I don't know why. Anyways, we pretty much won this. And the Hound Master didn't die, but the Fury almost did. But anyways, it's okay. This was a pretty demanding fight. Those Flow Serpents are really, really annoying customers to deal with, and therefore I'm happy that we did it without any bigger casualties. Okay, so let's see. We got a lot of movement points on the army left, and I'd say since we took quite a beating here, we're going to move all the terribly roughed up troop stacks back into home territory just for one turn. It does help a lot. Quest for cultivation. I somehow derped that I had this. Okay. This is not good. I should have played more around that. Whoopsie daisy. So, we got a war to wage. We need to smash that mole man's army here, and you know, there's just way too much claimed here from my territory, because that's all of my territory actually. So let's get ourselves another Dark Knight. And let's start printing out more knowledge buildings. Wonderful. Blood Fury weapons is out. And Frenzying Focus will follow. Beautiful. So, Lock Soul can take one more farm. And yeah, here we go. I can actually fulfill this quest. Hooray! That's good. It's always good to fulfill these quests, you know. So we could get a lot of mana gain. Draft. Oh boy, I want that draft income. Nice. So let's see. Let's print out at least a couple of troops while we still can. So yeah, pursuers, why not? Beautiful, we got a lot of reinforcements here. It's a bit of a waste because I cannot bring the southernmost city to production because I don't have any money. But, you know, let's not be too greedy. It is good after all. And it is also time to say goodbye for today, my good friends. I had a wonderful time here, but we better end here and start a war next episode. It's going to be quite an annoying situation because this guy has a city resistance of 50, and that is actually quite a lot. And breaking this won't be fun. So we're going to have to work quite hard. Namely, standing in front of the city and doing nothing. That's going to be really, really hard work. So I'm going to position my armies here, and I want to say thanks for watching so far, my dear friends. You are still around. I deeply, deeply appreciate, and I hope you had a good ride so far. We are going to continue next episode with the actual warfare, which will be really exciting because that's going to be... Oh, I forgot to conquer the Silver Pond, but it's a useless one anyways. It's not because it brings Imperium. Ah, I'm all distracted. Stupid heat. So, what I was actually trying to say was leave me your comments down below. I love to hear from you guys. And as usual, a thumbs up or a subscription to the channel would be really, really wildly appreciated. And I hope you have a wonderful day. And if you want to have more of these episodes, check out the playlist link in the description box. There's the entire playlist for this madness, and let's see if I get squished next time or not. Until then, have a good one, and see you soon.